But the most explored relationship other than that one is between John Wayne's Sheriff Chance and his deputy Dude, played by Dean Martin. And Dude gets one of the more sadder stories, although not eventually where it goes is nice, but he gets one of the more...
Well, because he's not respected by anybody. They see him as a total drunkard and just a loser. Like, it almost seems like even though he has such a duty and he has a position of power, no one respects it. They just don't give a shit. Yeah. He's holding a badge. Like, the first scene, he's got, like, half of his shirt tucked in. Yeah. And, like, he looks like a bum. I didn't even know he was a sheriff. I thought we were watching a drunk bum.
Well, see, and that is the beauty of this film for me, and the way that... Because you can honestly all see it in that opening wordless sequence, which is just wonderfully choreographed. But you see Dude at his lowest, where he comes into the bar... He has like a wordless exchange with a dude who's basically like offering him a drink. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, oh man, I'd love a drink. Like he just kind of has that expression on his face, and he starts walking over, and the dude tosses a coin into the spittoon where, you know, all the gross spitting happens. And basically totally devastating him and being like, you're scum. I won't even buy you a drink. You have to go and you have to humiliate yourself in order to get this drink. Go into the spit bowl. And the thing that Dude does is that he's going to do it. Yeah. And that's when John Wayne comes up, and we get this sort of like a low angle shot of John Wayne's entrance where he kicks it over, and he's just like, he looks at him with like almost just disgust. He's just like, why would you do this to yourself? Yeah.
Not to mention at this point, and correct me if I'm wrong, he's connected to John Wayne because he is a part of the sheriff's office.
He is, but we don't know that yet, which is the beauty of these exchanges that we see.
Because then there's probably some embarrassment that John Wayne feels is too, because he's like, you're my partner, like you're supposed to help keep this town together, and you're in here on your hands and knees digging into a spit bowl so you can get a fucking shot of whiskey. Like, dude, get it together.
Yeah, and Dude obviously feels that contempt in that moment, and he smacks him upside the head. Yeah, knocks him out basically, and he gets in a kerfuffle with the dude who, you know, actually humiliated Dude, and then that guy Burdett. I forget which Burdett, but he's one of the Burdett brothers. That's part of a gang, I presume. Yeah. He shoots a dude who tries to intervene and help Dude, and. That basically kind of
blood too. Like it's just
and no remorse. He's got like a smile on his face. He just turns.
He leaves the bar and just starts like groping women to the next bar.
Yeah,
like he's like, well, I've had enough shots here. I'll go to the next bar and have some more shots. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll grope women along the way. I'm like, this dude has hit every check mark of dickhead that I could possibly do. Like, it's crazy.
And what we've seen so far is we've seen a drunk attack the sheriff and get someone killed, and we're just chaos. Like, oh Jesus. And then that's what happens. John Wayne comes over to the next bar, and he's like, you're arrested. And he's like, nah, man, you're outnumbered. Like, what are you going to do? And then Dude comes in and helps John Wayne out.
And he does happen to be a great shot, right?
Yes.
He's got, like,
he
solid...
He steals one of the guns off the dude, and and everyone knows that he's a great shot. Yeah. But that's the moment where it's revealed that they even know each other. Like, up until that point, we don't know that they know each other. Right. And again, there's a great payoff to this relationship, as you know, we kind of find out the complicated history of that dude keeps kind of falling off his rocker and going back to the bottle, and you know, John Wayne, you know, probably has tried in the past to do it with softer love, but he can't do it anymore because he's like, dude, I've seen you relapse so many times that I can't, like, I'm gonna give you a stern, caring stop. And that's basically it. Other than that, I'm going to observe you and shame you until you want to do something else.
And that's got to be part of it too, because like Dude, it seems like he doesn't feel he has much to be proud of, I guess, because I mean, he just dives into the bottle all the time. I don't think he has a gal or anything. I don't think that's shown. He has no family of any type. he's a real lone wolf when you really look at his character. So maybe that's kind of hinting at a past that's led him to drinking. You know, it's his lonesomeness. It's hard to say really, but
he doesn't have the same, I guess, respect for the duty that John Wayne's character does.
Because that's a good point too. Because John Wayne doesn't necessarily have anyone either. But he has a strength. It seems like that's his strength.
He has a strength.
Whereas it seems like it's the dude's weakness, which is odd.
Well, and they kind of have this back and forth that goes over the entire plot of the film, as dude constantly is trying to, you see that he's filled with regret and he wants to do better, but then something undercuts him and he can't do it. And one of the great moments is that they establish that Stumpy is a bit of a he's losing his vision a little bit, and he's kind of a wild shot, and he's trigger happy.
Not a good couple of things to have all together.
No, but
he's always in charge of the opening door, so it's just like, oh man.